Hey, everybody, what is going on? Serial Overdrive here, and today I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077. What I'm going to be talking about today is the best settings to get the most out of this game on your computer. So if you're working with a 3090 or some sort of $10 million computer, just turn away right now because you can run this thing on high. You don't need to worry about anything. Or actually, you can run this on ultra or even psycho. You can run this on max settings. That's what I'm getting at. But for those of us lowly peasants with lesser graphics cards, this is what we're going to have to do. These are the graphical compromises we are going to have to make, and these are the best ones to make to get Cyberpunk 2077 running on your rig. Now, obviously, if you got a 1080, a 900 series, you're going to need to make some more compromises than someone with a 20 series, but this is going to just generally be the best thing to look at first. So first off, for the basics, turn everything off. You want none of this stuff running. You want your film grain off. You want your chromatic aberration, whatever that is, you want to turn that off because that's going to affect the quality quite a bit compared to a lot of other settings. Depth of field, you want to turn that off. And just for sort of best results, you want to turn off lens flare and motion blur. Motion blur is just hated by gamers everywhere, so it's best to always turn that off just so you don't trigger people. Next up in the advanced settings, the most important thing to sort of turn down is the cascaded shadows resolution. From my testing and the testing of other people just on Reddit, it seems like this thing, turning it down, is going to give you the most bang for your buck. After that, if you turn down the volumetric fog and volumetric cloud quality, depending on where you are, this is going to greatly reduce lag without really compromising too much from a graphical perspective. And finally, this screen space reflections quality is a huge hit to your processor, your GPU. So you just want to turn this thing down. Even if you turn it all the way down to low, you're still going to have a pretty decent experience, and you can turn ray tracing on now. So generally, like if you turn that down to low, you turn ray tracing on, it's actually more bang for your buck when you've got ray tracing on instead of this. So that's sort of the recommended setting if you've got something that can run ray tracing. If you have something that can't run ray tracing, you still want to turn this down because it takes a huge hit out of your graphics card. Also, when we're talking about ray tracing, you don't need to have everything on, right? You can turn ray tracing on, but turn only reflections on, or turn only lighting on. My recommendation would be turn off reflections and shadows, leave the lighting on. That's going to give you sort of the most sort of graphical boost, or as far as like how it looks, your visual boost compared to the hit that you're going to take. And after that, look into turning on reflections or shadows. The game does look amazingly beautiful if you turn everything on, max everything out. It's so tempting to do, but when you're running in 10 FPS, it just isn't worth it. Anyways, I hope this video helped you guys out. Obviously, there's some other sort of compromises you're going to need to make depending on what sort of system you're running with. But what I listed here, those are sort of the top things to turn down and the things to turn down first, just to get the most bang for your buck as far as FPS for graphical compromise goes. Anyways, if you have questions, tips, anything like that, feel free to leave them down below. And just worth noting, this video is being made December 11th of 2020. So if you're coming here in 2022, I hope to God things are better. But yeah, the game might have changed. Things might be optimized better. Things are hopefully optimized better. And this video might be a bit dated. So yeah, there might be an update. There might not be. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys out. And until next time, peace.